All right, first video of the year. New year, new me. It's not quite the case, but just so happens to be timing like that. Last month I did take the motorcycle course here in Florida. Got my endorsement and bought a bike. First things first, get your gear. Protect yourself. It is what it is. Got a $10 head, buy a $10 helmet. Mine's not the case. Anyway, jacket, pants, shoes, gloves, helmet, all the good stuff. After probably about a good month of research and deciding, looking, all the good stuff, what I ended up deciding on was Harley Nightster 2022, 975 Rev Max motor. You see here it is liquid cooled. It's a little smaller than the big motor on the old Sportsters, the 1200, but supposedly all the different modes and stuff, it is faster, but we'll get to that much later in time. Right now, it's the first bike for me. I'm just trying to have some fun. It's not 15 miles a gallon like my other turds. It does have rain mode, traction control, ABS. It's got a street mode, sport mode. I got a digital gauge in there. You can go through all your different shit and put RPM, fuel mileage, all the bullshit in there, trip A, trip B. Overall, looks good. This side especially, very well put together, pretty clean. The exhaust is kind of large there in the back, kind of dominant. Looks a little odd. We'll work on that a little later here. See what I figure out on that one. I'm still looking at that kind of shit. There's not a lot of stuff out for this bike because it just got released April of 2022. And it is January 2023, so they're technically not even a year old yet. Couple things. Key here. Seat pops off. The tank is actually, or it pops over. The tank is actually under the seat like the old V-rods. Do it here, which helps keep some of that weight low to the ground. This bike feels extremely light. I sat on two other bikes, the Sportster 1200 and the Fat Bob. This thing felt like half the weight compared to the other ones. It is, I guess, supposedly around 480. Compared to those were over 500. Nonetheless, it did feel super light. This is just a cover. The air box takes up about that much space. Kind of cool looking. Actually has stacks and stuff in it, probably to help that motor rev out. I think it goes like 7,500 or some shit, but I ain't got there yet. Taking my time. Radiator, as you can see, little itty bitty fan on there. First thing I bought was some lighting. Be seen. Make sure you're fucking make sure people see you, so that'll be the first thing I do. And we'll work on other shit later. Right now though, there's not a lot of open space. You can see it's pretty tight. This side's a little more, not quite as detailed as the other side. A lot of bikers say that's not their fucking, that's the kickstand side. No one fucking cares about that side. Unfortunately, you can see it. Like this one's very well detailed, finished, but as you can see, there's not a lot of space to put under lighting without actually seeing the LEDs, and it's all pretty tight in there, so we're gonna have to get a little creative doing some of this stuff. I hate when you can see the LED strip itself, especially in the daytime, the big dumb fucking light, or in the nighttime you can actually see the LED strip. It's very retardedly bright, so we're gonna have to work on figure something out here. Yeah, it should be underneath and hidden, so maybe might be able to get away with something under here. I don't know. The back, you can get up under the fender. It's all open under here. Maybe something under that. We'll see. We'll see what I get to. That's the first things first. Obviously, safety. You're on a bike. If you haven't ridden before, this is technically, I guess, my first time really riding a bike on the street. You do feel very vulnerable, so do what you can. Keep yourself safe. See, maybe upgrade the shocks. I'm Some people say that these things ride too low, too rough. This thing rides pretty comfortable. Could be part of the subframe. So the engine is actually part of the frame. This front subframe does not actually touch this rear subframe. As you can see, it bolts on there, up in here. Probably a spot down on the bottom there somewhere, maybe not. And the upper bolts are along here. So the motor actually is the center part of the frame. There is no frame under the motor. So if you're jacking it up, you're probably jacking it up by the fucking oil pan, or however. I haven't really worked on a lot of bikes, so this is all new. We're gonna figure it all out. Battery's down up under here instead of under the seat like a lot of them, which also keeps the weight very, very low. Obviously, battery weighs a lot. Radiator's fairly lowish too. Not that there's a whole lot of weight on that one. I'm assuming they are cooling the water. BMW cools the oil. That was another one of the bikes that I looked at. But I guess that, I don't know if that's a battery cooler or maybe that's the PCM. Could be either or. Don't know. On this bike, the handles are adjustable as far as distance, so you can adjust them in and out. That does not change how they work, but for me, the closest setting was the best. The same on the clutch, but the same thing, adjusted in and out, no matter what. Bar end mirrors. I was debating flipping these around, hanging them down. It was kind of cool, but I feel like my arm's getting away. I might not be able to see them as well. Plus being low, being a new rider, I like to keep my head up, looking forward, looking. I can see the gauges and stuff, so I start looking down and off to the side, kind of get your eyes off the road. It's probably not very safe right now. You get a little more comfortable, and maybe we'll see. As far as the color is only the tank. They have black, gray, and this red. To me, the black just fades away in the bike, kind of looks dull and plain. The gray, if you're into that kind of thing, apparently a lot of people were. I hate it. It looks like shiny ass primer. Fucking battleship gray. It's retarded. I think that's gonna be the color here in the next couple of years. Obviously, manufacturers seem like they're starting to cut that color out in the next couple of years. Everybody's gonna be like, why did everybody fucking pick that fucking color? A lot of those, remember the 80s brown, popular nowadays. We're all like, why the fuck did everybody pick that color? I think that's what that battleship gray bullshit color all these manufacturers had is going to be here the next few years or so, 5 to 10 years. Let's see what else we got. Riding this thing is very comfortable, very smooth. Can't complain. I think I got it up to about 70 this morning, probably just under. Very open road, just getting the feel to the speed. No windshield, you definitely feel all the wind. So being a new rider, it's being a new rider is very different. Not that I haven't felt some wind before, but 70 mile an hour on a bike, you're holding on. It is what it is. You gotta get used to it, I guess. Said no windshield is all right in your face, and you look over the mirror and you can feel the wind on your head. Not that you can't overpower it, but it's not like in a car, just fucking casually moving your head around. We got all kinds of buttons and stuff, so you can go through I don't want to go over the regular ones, but you can go through all the different stuff on the gauges there. You got mode and traction control. You can go through sport, rain, regular mode here. Ignition is on top on this one, a little weird to get to, but it is what it is. Like I said, this bike's pretty new, so there's not a whole lot of stuff out for it yet. I was even looking at some of the exhausts. I mean, I'm sure there's shit out there. I just haven't looked a whole lot since I just got it. I was like kind of looking at everything to see what kind of was available for a lot of stuff. So actually focused searching for parts hasn't happened a whole lot yet. And the main thing on the exhaust is going to be where obviously it goes under the pedals there, which is kind of nice on the factory one. Keeps heat away from you. It could go along the side like the Sportster S there, it looks like, depending on, you just got to watch your leg on the side where the controls are. But you also got to watch right where the pipe and the air cooled, you ain't got to worry about it, but now you got a cooling hose here, so they got to be pretty fairly precision there. There's not a whole lot of room there on either side. I mean, it could come up a little bit more here. Obviously not going to be in the way, because your knee and your leg's going to be all right here. Could come across. I've seen somebody do an exhaust. They built their own where this actually came across and went down and around or whatever. I have to look at that one again. There's not a lot of room there either. I thought I was going to like a bike with forward controls. These are mid controls. This actually felt more comfortable to me. I rode the Sportster as well. That one had front controls. Sitting in the showroom floor, that felt more comfortable, but riding this one did. So you really got to ride them, especially if it's your first bike, like this is mine. So get a feel for it, see what you like. Everybody likes something different. Other than that, I'm gonna get some seat time on it, I guess. Ride around here and there. It's not gonna be my daily driver, but it will be in the mix between the three now. So the truck, Mustang, and this thing. Does look like it has Brembo brakes. It's got the little B on it. I don't know if that means anything or not on these. I haven't gotten too much into the bike shit yet, so we're gonna see how well that all works. Obviously, it's only one disc on the front. A lot of the bigger bikes have two. You know, people say about stopping power. This thing seems like it stops pretty well, being light as well. You probably don't need two discs on the front. It also helps you keep it from locking up the brakes as much, I guess, being a light bike. So overall, I'm gonna look into some stuff, see what happens, see what we got, see what I want to do. I don't mind the sound of the exhaust right now, but that muffler area does look very large and dominant compared to the rest of the bike. That was one of the things I saw on a video. Somebody complained about the exhaust being horrific, and not that it's horrific, it's just large. If it wasn't so fucking big, it probably wouldn't be as weird and odd, but it is what it is. I'm gonna live with it for a time being. I guess the 2023 catalogs, it's supposed to be coming out here soon, especially with Harley and stuff. And like I said, the bike's not even a year old, so and then they're discontinuing the Sportster, so this is going to be the new Sportster basically. And I guess parts will really start coming available for this thing here in the next year. See what comes of it. What all I want to do. Could do the air filter, but I mean that cover right there actually looks pretty smooth and clean with the matches the rest of the bike. So I don't know if I really even want to change that. Maybe put a different filter in it, but keep that as it is. The exhaust I might change a little bit. We'll see here. Maybe do a slip on, see what things look like. We'll get to it. Till then, I'm gonna go ahead and just ride it and get some seat time. Go to work. Basically, that's all I'm gonna be doing, riding to work in it, as we ride in cars together, in the regular. So there's that. That's what I got. If you like it, leave a comment. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should leave alone? Think I should paint it, color it, wrap it, do something. Think about doing something with the black, all the gloss black here. Got a pretty good idea what I want to do with that. That might be the second thing I do, we'll see. But if you're into bikes, you ain't rode one of these yet, you should probably ride. A lot of people say in sport mode this thing's fucking fast and fun if you're used to bikes, so give that a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. Thanks.